Hey, so this is just a little bit of a bonus video. So a little precursor. Beth and I have been friends for probably 7 years, something like that. I became friends with her when I moved to Kentucky. And this was really the first time she got really, truly exposed to my beliefs and kind of like how deep I am into it. Like I told her, obviously, that I believed in the Norse gods, but she didn't quite understand, what all that was. So by doing this interview, she learned a lot about what I've been up to and a lot about the faith. So I had a really great conversation with her after the video, and now sadly YouTube only allows me to have 15-minute videos at the moment, so I really couldn't throw it into any of the videos that I had. So I'm gonna have this little bonus video, just kind of like her thoughts on it, the conversation we had afterwards. I thank her a lot for coming out to do it. I really liked having her ask me the questions. I felt like it allowed me to answer the questions better. And I wanted to make sure I answered those questions well. So I hope you enjoyed the 3-part community questions. I'll be doing them again. I really loved doing it. I love answering your guys' questions. But otherwise, please enjoy this video and enjoy this little bonus content. Let's go. Do you have any questions now that you kind of actually literally interviewed me, because you didn't know a lot of this?
No, I didn't know a lot of this. I feel like I learned a lot whilst doing this. I don't know if I have any questions right now off the top of the head, but it's definitely very interesting, and it does seem like something that I kind of like believed anyway without knowing what I believed, without knowing any concrete beliefs or following any actual religion. I kind of have my own I kind of have my own sort of idea in my head about how to live your life, and while I don't have any big ideas about the afterlife, I'm kind of focused on we'll get there and we'll get to it. Don't know until you go.
YOLO.
I just think that you should live your life, be kind, help when your help is needed. I guess people are put here to do bigger things. Some people aren't put here to do big things, but just kind of be a good person, kind of like on the sidelines, help when you can sort of people. And I might be one of those people, but basically just be a good person. Try to be selfless, be brave when you can be brave, be strong when you can be strong. But as far as the next life goes,
why worry about it?
Why worry about it?
Yeah.
Right? I mean, what the... You don't really know what happens after you die. Why are you going to sit here and...
Right. For all we know, we wake up and just the reincarnation thing could be real. We could all wake up as centipedes and crap, I'm a centipede.
Well, so I've thought about reincarnation. That's a nice thing to think about. And when it comes down to it, as far as I'm concerned, I feel like religion or even thoughts about what happens next are just because we know we're going to die. I mean, why else would that have been a big thing? People are just scared about what happens next, so they say, oh well, you're gonna go to heaven and it's gonna be beautiful, so don't worry about the death part, but you can't be an asshole while you're here or else you're gonna go to hell.
Right.
So, and I've never really believed there is
a bad place.
Well,
and that's one of the interesting things about Norse mythos is there's not really a bad place. There really isn't, besides what the Christians' influence there was. I mean, there is it's kind of in the air, but the armies of hell at the Battle of Ragnarok, the end of times, has an army. But where that army comes from is supposedly the dishonorable dead, the murderers and the rapists and whatnot. But for the most part, there really isn't a fire and brimstone. It's just life. Life goes on. Life changes. And and that's something I explored even before I was a pagan. It's life is just cycles. Everything rotates or cycles, the water cycle, the plant cycle, your heart's a circulatory system. We revolve around stars and black holes. Why is life not the same? Why is our lives not just a drop of water, falling to the ground and then splattering into the ocean, and we just become part of the ocean again,
See, and I really love that mindset, and I do feel like your energy doesn't die, your soul or your spirit or whatever you want to call it. After your vessel expires, that energy lives on, and I don't know what happens to it next. I don't know if it goes into another vessel and comes back as a fucking centipede. I don't know. Pardon my French.
Oui.
But, right, I don't think that you're just gonna go to another place and hang out there for all of eternity, and you're gonna have all the ice cream you can eat, whatever.
I mean, honestly, heaven sounds kind of boring.
Doesn't it? I mean, where's all the drama?
Church.
I freaking love gossip and drama when things go wrong. That's what I thrive on. So.
Right. I mean, I think that's why everyone loves the idea of Valhalla, because it's like you literally just eat, feast, and fight, and then just like redo it all. Like, why not? That sounds awesome. Like, let me kill somebody and then have a beer with them later.
Respawn.
It's Call of Duty before there was Call of Duty.
So, Valhalla. I think I was saying Valhalla.
Valhalla. We're in Kentucky. We
From
got a pass.
Minnesota. Valhalla. I like that idea, and I guess I just never had the title for it, and I feel like I've always sort of believed. Well, I mean, I don't know.
I mean, if you could think of like the most peaceful place, it'd be to me it's a place in nature. You know, you have your friends and family there. You have warm fires, and you just have happiness. You know, and even and there's concepts of hell that are just that. You know, when you go there, there's just your family there, your ancestors are there, and you're just feasting and drinking and just enjoying the afterlife. There's also these, there are some stories where, people visit burial mounds and the ghosts of their ancestors come out. And that's one thing that's very interesting about Norse mythos and Norse belief, is that spirits can come back and just communicate, especially around, the solstice, the winter solstice is where the veil between worlds is the weakest, and ancestors can come back and actually visit you and give you advice. And there's stories of like people's ancestors coming and saying like, almost like, I might go ahead and have another go around after this next one, like go ahead and have another life or something like that. So there's almost like this idea of like, you go to this afterlife, and I don't want to say almost like a purgatory, but almost just like a place, the middle ground.
Yeah, like sort of just a hangout spot. And
yeah.
And then you can decide that you want to live again.
Yeah, you go up to a slide and you just hop back in, you just pop out of the womb, like.
That's incredible.
Yeah,
That's
but I mean, I think it should be fun to talk about the afterlife. Like, we don't know what it's going to be.
That's
we
what
really
I
don't.
think too. It shouldn't be like a morbid thought or anything. You shouldn't be afraid of dying by any means. I am so curious about what's next. I'm not gonna kill myself.
Right.
I'm not trying to die. I'm still nervous about actually
That's
dying.
Suicide Watch 2020.
But like, I'm so happy about it.
Right.
Most people are just so sad and depressed when they
Yeah,
kill themselves.
actually,
I'm just happy about it.
One of the things I taught, my first video actually, this guy came up and he was talking about like funerals and being sad, and I was like, well, at a Viking funeral, why not have a celebration? Like, hey, he had a great life, he influenced all these people, like, let's celebrate. Like, yeah, it's kind of sad that he's not here anymore, but like, he made it. Like he had a great life.
Yeah, I always felt, and I always feel like, when you feel sad for when someone dies, I feel like it's almost selfish. I mean, yeah, that person isn't around you anymore, but that's just it. They're not around you anymore, and that's why you're sad. But they're off on this next chapter, and what you should be doing is, be proud of that person, be excited for that person, that they're about to explore something that you
Right, they're on another journey
now.
now.
Yeah. So maybe you could be jealous of that person.
How
But
dare
don't
you?
cry of sadness. Cry from being super duper jealous.
I think at any funeral I've been to, I've always cried because other people are crying.
That's
like, if I see my mom cry, I'm like, damn. And if I see my dad cry, like my dad never cries, and it's like, oh, I'm broke. I'm broke.
I feel that for sure. That's the saddest part about death, is how it makes other people cry.
Yeah. But anyways, we should probably end this video.
Okay.
But Beth, thank you for joining us. Thank you for reading. You just are, people from around the world know who you are now.
Oh, cool. Hi, world.
But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you enjoyed the giveaway. I hope you enjoyed these questions. This community means everything to me. The folk mean everything to me. So I want to definitely do these things more in the future. I hope I answered them well. But yeah, never stop connecting with me. Until the hall, until we drink, until we feast, until we have tankards like this and we just like throw it in the air and mead and everything. Skal.